into the breach, dear friends. Once more, when the blast of war blows in our ears, then imitate the action of the tiger. Stiffen the sinews, summon up the blood, straining upon the start. The game's afoot. Follow your spirit, and upon this charge, cry, God for East Hull and the mighty Hull Kingston Rovers.
This afternoon's opponents, the Batley Bulldogs.
Hello and welcome to Craven Park for this National League One clash between Hull Kingston Rovers and the Batley Bulldogs. Rovers line up today: fullback Leroy Rivette, wing pairing of Alistair McLaren and Byron Ford. Craig Coucher and Paul Manson make up the centre partnership. Half-back pairing of James Webster and Phil Hasty on a strong-looking front row in the shape of Macaulay Azu, Andy Ellis and David Sangatatoa. Andy Riley and Jason Neverton are a second row pairing. And Gareth Morton, 6'5", former Borders rugby union player. He appears at loose forward. The bench for the Robins: Blanchard, Boville, Fletcher and Neil Harmon.
His third player is James Webster.
Rovers returned to form last week in the Arriva Trains competition against the Swinton Lions, which earned them a semi-final tie at home to the Doncaster Dragons and a great opportunity to make the final at Bloomfield Road, Blackpool. But today it's all about the 2 points. Castleford and Whitehaven clashing today at the Jungle, so a chance for Rovers to gain 2 points back on one of them two teams. As Gareth Morton starts the game with a big lofted kick. It's gathered in by the Batley Bulldogs, but David Sangatatoa in with a tackle. Gareth Morton is trying to drive the Batley Bulldog player to ground him. It eventually does so. Batley, possible forward pass to the loose forward there. Mark Toohey. It's going to be a kick from the Bulldogs. It's long, it's deep, it's going to stay in touch, and Alistair McLaren makes about 4 metres for the Red and Whites. First use of the ball for the Robins. It's in the hands of Leroy Rivette. He shimmies, but he's forced to take a two-man tackle. Neil Roden, the former Oldham player, was in there for the Batley Bulldogs. Rovers move the ball to the right. It's through Andy Riley, but Andy Riley's brought to ground. David Roke was in there for the Batley Bulldogs. Ellis feeds Sangatatoa, and Sangatatoa charges at the Batley Bulldogs line. He reaches halfway before he's brought to ground and driven back a couple of yards. Darren Robinson, the hooker for the Batley Bulldogs, completing the tackle. Webster with the kick. It's long, it's deep, it's a perfect kick. It should just hold up. Is the chase good? Well, it's not too bad at all. Webster and Leroy Rivette bring down the Bulldogs. Jamie Stokes scoops off, but only manages to make about 2 metres as Roden tries to bring these Batley Bulldogs forwards into play, looking to clear the 20 metres. That possibly a high one there from Andy Riley, but the referee allows play to go on. Ian Marsh, but he makes no ground. A possible penalty, but fifth and last signals the referee. And kick comes in by Roden. It's bouncing around. Leroy Rivette gathers it in. Sizes up this Batley defence, but runs into a 3-man tackle. 18 metres inside the half of the Robins. Here come Rovers now in the shape of Poucher, but Poucher bumped off on the halfway line. Here's big man McCarley-Azu. Good solid defence by this Batley Bulldogs side. Rovers move the ball to the right hand side. It's with Andy Riley, but it's a good offload, and Ellis, half a gap appeared for Andy Ellis, but Batley quickly closed the door. It's the 5th and last against the Robins. Webster with the high kick. There's a chance now. McLaren's gathered it in, but it was on the 5th and last. Good positive play by Ali McLaren there. He managed to gather that kick in, but unfortunately the tackle was completed on him as Neverton, good solid defence, bringing the Bulldogs player down only 10 metres inside the danger zone of this Batley Bulldogs team. Hooker Robinson moves the ball to the left. That's some big solid hits going in there. McCarley-Azu, Andy Riley and Andy Ellis complete the tackle. Again, the Bulldogs elect to kick. Well, Leroy Rivetti caught the ball and he realised he was sliding into touch. He tried to keep the ball alive, but the touch judge saying that he took the ball into touch, and possibly in these conditions he would have been more well advised just to simply let that one drift away into touch. But as it is, it's going to be Batley Bulldogs with a scrum down 20 metres inside the half of the Robins. It's going to be Barry Eaton, this veteran, had many good clashes against the Robins over the years, former Dewsbury and Widnes player. And the Bulldogs on the attack now. It's a little scoot off, but Tanga Totoa brings down Shad Royston. But the Bulldogs are in the danger zone. They've gone to the short side, offload into the hands of Robinson. Robinson's brought down. Rovers need to keep the shape here, they need to stay solid. Eaton moves the ball to Roden. Roden cuts inside, but well watched. Turned over onto his back, and Rovers have formed the defensive line on their own line. A little kick through, it's ricocheted, it could be a try. I think the Rovers player managed to kill the ball. In fact, it's been adjudged that there was a knock on by the Batley Bulldogs side, and the referee allows a quick play of the ball, which is unusual nowadays. No, that one's on loose, and Batley are in possession, and Rovers are guilty of giving this ball away too cheaply. As Dane Morgan with a good run, driving at the heart of the Rovers defence. Robinson, he feeds Barry Eaton, short ball, possibly forward, but referee just tells the Robins to get back onto their own line. Here come the Bulldogs again, in the shape of Joe Berry, the former Huddersfield Giant Super League player. Once again, Rovers standing firm. That ball nearly came loose. And there's a knock on by Neil Roden, and the danger's averted as far as the Robins are concerned. Well, it's been a shaky start by the Robins in the opening 5 or 6 minutes. As a Batley player looks to have taken a knock to his shoulder, and an early substitution forced on this Batley Bulldogs side. It's Chris Lives who's going to be joining the field, the number 16. Rovers now in. That was a high one. Referee's got to call the penalty for that one.
The 16 is Lives replacing number 9, Darren Robinson.
It's the hooker Darren Robinson who's gone off injured as far as the Bulldogs are concerned, and luckily for the Robins, Andy Riley managed to duck under that attempted high tackle, and Rovers clear the lines and they'll restart play on halfway as McCarley-Azu charges at the Bulldogs defence, trying to slow this play the ball down of the Bulldogs. Short ball by Webster brings in Jason Neverton, but Neverton's well held by the Bulldogs defence as Tangata sets off. Good break, still going, well played David Tangata. It sets free Batley defenders to bring him down. Ellis wants a quick play of the ball. He moves the ball to across to Hasty. Morton's on the run. Morton's still going, trying to burst through a gap. But Rovers play the ball only 12 metres out. Webster, lofted little kick, it's bouncing, but too much pace on the ball from James Webster. And Batley happy just to see that ball drift across the in-goal area, and they restart this game now. But Rovers looking quite solid in the defensive line. They're making sure all the one-on-one tackles are completed. They're turning over the Batley Bulldog players onto the back as Ian Marsh makes about 5 metres just inside the Batley half of the field. Barry Eaton brings in Dane Morgan, and Morgan just crosses the halfway line. The referee's keeping a good 10 metres. David Roke struggles to make a break for the Batley Bulldogs. It's the 5th and last against the Bulldogs. They're running it, certainly looks forward, and there was no play on that by the Robins, so it should certainly just be a changeover, and Rovers will regain possession. Batley Bulldogs, in first impressions, they certainly look a physical side, but I think they look as though they're going to be short of pace. But obviously in these rainy, wet conditions, that's going to slow one or two of the Rovers speedsters down. So Rovers forwards really need to get on top of this Batley side. Ellis feeds Sangita Tower, who feeds Webster. That come off the Batley player. Rovers needs to gather that. Oh, it's still loose. Oh, well gathered in by Ali McLaren. And Ali McLaren sets off. It should be back to 1 as far as the tackle count's concerned, but referee, I don't know if he shouted it, he certainly hasn't signalled it. No, he's made a real error there as the referee, because there was certainly contact from a Batley Bulldogs player. As it is, Hasty kicks that ball downfield. It's gathered in quite comfortably by Mark Simpson, the Batley Bulldogs fullback, and he plays the ball. Jamie Stokes trying to dart round the blind side, but well watched, and Jason Neverton with another good tackle. He's put some good solid defence in these opening minutes. Jason Neverton, good to see him back from injury, and once again it's an early kick from Barry Eaton, so certainly a tactic that the Bulldogs are employing is to turn Rovers round and make them do all the hard graft in the forwards. Byron Ford takes the tackle. Ellis feeds Tangata Tower, and Tangata Tower makes about 4 metres, and he's brought down just in front of the halfway line as Makali Azu with a good solid charge. Just need to step up the pace of this game to the Robins as Webster brings in Poucher, who cuts inside, and Rovers are on the 5th and last. It's with Hasty. Hasty kicks wide to the corner. Well, the Batley player caught the ball, and Byron Ford slid in. I think accidentally knocked him over, but the referee said nothing untoward happened there, and Batley will have the chance once again to clear the lines. Still no score here at Craven Park. Absolutely appalling conditions. The rains, it's been raining for about the last hour and a half, and it's showing no signs of stopping so far. And yet again it's an early kick, this time by Neil Roden, but Leroy Rivette perfectly placed, and he runs on the arc infield to Byron Ford. Byron Ford shimmies, but brought down on the halfway line. Hasty brings in Andy Riley on the switch, but Andy Riley well watched by this Bulldogs defence. Rovers need to get this ball out wide, because the Bulldogs are certainly crowd in the middle of the park. They've got some big forwards, and Rovers finding it hard at the moment to make ground. And here's Batley now trying to get the ball out wide in the shape of David Roke. He plays the ball. Defence is certainly on top so far in this National League One game. Rovers, I don't think there was a knock on there, it just looked to have bounced off his foot and then he picked it up. But once again, good solid defence. Oh, he's managed to offload it though. Morton and Webster was driving the Batley player back, but he managed to slip the ball and Batley made about another 10 metres forward. Eaton brings in Tui, and Tui offloads, but it's the fifth and last against the Bulldogs. Kick comes in from Eaton. Once again, Leroy Rivex, well placed. He gathers that, he regains his feet and makes a metre or so. Oh, that's got to be offside. There was no way he was square at the play of the ball then. Number 16, Chris Ladd. Should have been a penalty, and that one's come out, it's gone loose. I think the referee will play the first knock on, which is against the Robins, and Rovers struggling to really get any game plan going in this game so far. It's the first knock on adjudged against the Robins, and Batley with a scrum only 10 metres from the Robins line, about 2 or 3 metres to the side of the right hand post. So Rovers defence is really going to have to be sharp here. Referee's not happy with that, and I think Rovers need to send another man out onto the wing there, because if Eaton switches the play here, Rovers are going to be faced with a one-on-one. In fact, Jamie Boville's just come on, and David Tangata-Towers left the field.
Substitution for Hockey's the Rovers.
So here comes Batley. Oh, that's a great tackle. Great tackle by skipper James Webster. As Matt Pennington runs at the Rovers line, but then decided to turn his back. There's a chance now for the Bulldogs. The kick comes in. Rovers need to get that one away. It's a try. It's a try to Batley Bulldogs. Well, it was once again it was a kick early in the tackle count. Byron Ford tried desperately to get back and clear the ball, but the Batley player had the run on Byron Ford, and it's Batley Bulldogs who open the scoring here at Craven Park. It's Hulkingston Rovers 0, the Batley Bulldogs 4.
The try scorer for the Batley Bulldogs, number 13, Mark Tui.
Being announced as Matt Tui, the man who managed to ground that ball for the Batley Bulldogs. It leaves a fairly difficult conversion attempt wide out on the touchline, but as it is, perfect start as far as the Batley Bulldogs are concerned. They've snatched the lead. On the balance of play, well, Rovers really yet to get going. Oh, luckily for the Robins, that one's thumped against the left hand upright. So, no extra two for the Batley Bulldogs, and a wake-up call as far as the Robins are concerned. The game's restarted from the left boot of Gareth Morton, and Chris Ladd struggled to get that one under control, but eventually managed to do so. So here come Batley once again. Gareth Morton completing that tackle, and oh, good hit, Jamie Boville. Boville straight into the play and looking to give his team a lift. Again, it's an early kick, and well, this time Ali McLaren's anticipated it and he's got back, but look at it. It's a simple. It looks like it's a good chase, and it's a simple ploy. The Bulldogs are employing, but so far it's certainly been effective. As Hasty runs off, but well watched. 3 Batley players bring him to ground. Ellis brings in Beauville on the charge. Beauville doesn't manage to make much ground. Gareth Morton, but again well watched by this Batley Bulldogs team. Barry Eaton's an absolute mile offside there, and look at what he's making the tackle. Referee should have pulled Batley there for offside. As it is, it's the 5th and last against the Robins, and Webster kicks for touch. Oh, and that's perfect. That's a great kick by James Webster. So Rovers now with a chance to put some pressure on this Batley side. They'll be looking to run out of their own 20-metre area, and Rovers will be looking to force the error, the unforced error from this Batley Bulldogs side. Eaton feeds the scrum and moves the ball out to his left. The reception committee's there for the Robins in the shape of Craig Poucher and Leroy Rivette. Batley play the ball, and once again it's this kick, and well, the Bulldogs are certainly dictating how this game's been played so far in the opening 17 minutes or so. Oh, it's a good offload by Leroy Rivette, and Hasty scoots round the outside. It looks as though a little cheap shot there went in from Jamie Stokes, but touch judge and referee say nothing, do nothing. Ellis now brings in Poucher, but Poucher just runs into this brick wall. Webster moves it across. There's a bit of space for Gareth Morton. Morton brought down on the halfway line. It's Beauville again, but good tackling by this Batley Bulldogs team. You can't take anything away from them at the moment. There was a chance for Rovers to have spreaded that wide, but Webster's elected to kick, and it's perfect, absolutely perfect. Oh, and that's fantastic rugby league from Ilkeston Rovers. The kick from James Webster was absolutely pinpoint, and the chase was fantastic. Hasty was in there for the Robins, and Batley Bulldogs forced to drop the ball out, so a chance for Rovers to mount some pressure now on this Batley Bulldogs defensive line, and need to get back into this game trailing by 4 points to 0 as Makali Azu sets off. Strong run by Makali Azu. Oh, looks as though he's badly hurt there, Makali Azu. Oh, he certainly took a bit of a clatter in there as Makali. Looks as though it's a sternum or a rib injury. As Neverton tries to wriggle free, he plays the ball to Ellis. Ellis to Beauville. Beauville running at the posts of the Batley Bulldogs. Batley on their own line. This is where Manson and Hasty and Webster needs to be getting involved. Andy Riley breaks free, but eventually finished off in the tackle. Webster, little kick through, chance now. Oh, it's going to be another goal line dropout. Makali Azu's back on his feet. Probably just knocked the wind out of him that last challenge. Be interesting to see if he gets the ball from this dropout. Certainly doesn't lack in courage, doesn't Makali Azu, but it looked to be a fairly hefty whack that he took in that last tackle. The Bulldogs drop out. It's with Andy Ellis, and in fact Makali Azu does go charging in. Oh, he's lost it. Well, there was only going to be one or two things happen there. He was either going to run straight through and go underneath the sticks, or he was going to lose the ball, and unfortunately for the Robins it was the latter. And well, he's looking a little bit worse for wear at the moment is Makali Azu, and Rovers have coughed up some good opportunities so far in this game to put pressure on this Batley Bulldogs side. They certainly look a well drilled outfit, well organised. Another interchange by the Bulldogs brings on Tim Speaks. Three-man Rovers tackle bring down Batley about 7 metres inside their own half of the field. Eaton spins the ball out wide, but good tackling by Andy Riley. The Bulldogs not making too much ground in this set, but there's an offload. And Mikhaili Azul with a tackle. Oh, and he's got Rovers for not being square now.
Substitution for the Bulldogs, number 14, Tim Spears, replacing number 8, Ian Morgan.
Well, the popular stand, the East stand, not too happy with the referee at the moment. Batley will take that. Played about 22 minutes here at Craven Park. Rovers trailing by 4 points to 0, and Batley with a great chance now to extend that lead. They're in the Rovers 10 metre area. It's with Joe Berry. He's brought down. Rovers pinned back onto their own line. It's with Eaton. Eaton brings in the fullback Mark Simpson. Batley in fact losing ground in that tackle as Pennington again runs but twists and turns in the tackle, and but it has settled the players. A little kick through. Oh, well gathered in Phil Hasty. Well, got to give credit to the Bulldogs. They've managed to pull Rovers back over their own try line, so once again Rovers will have to hand over the possession. And well, they're just finding it tough going in this first half for Hull Kingston Rovers. We've got really no fluency. I'd be tempted to move Manson back to the stand-off area personally, because I don't think we've got much go forward with the ball in hand. There's only seems to be James Webster with his kicking game making any ground for the Robins so far. Tim Spears runs the ball in for the Batley Bulldogs. They play the ball, they move the ball. Eaton spreads it out to Roden. Roden runs back the way it came, but was brought down by Neverton and by James Webster. Chris Lives, they're moving the ball across to the left-hand touchline. It's with Tui, and his infield ball brings in the runner, but well watched by the Robins defence. There's a chance now. Well, they're going for the power play. Oh, that wasn't kicked. It would have been play onto the Robins anyhow, as it is. Gareth Morton dropped onto the ball, and Leroy Rivette skips away, manages to make about 5 metres. It's going to be Manson at the play of the ball. Offside against the Batley Bulldogs. In all honesty, you've got to say it's taken the referee 20 minutes to penalise the Bulldogs for that offence, because there's been a bit of encroachment. They've not been square at the play of the ball. As it is, Rovers now cross the halfway line.
Substitution for Hull Kingston Rovers, number 17 Neil Harmon, replacing number 8 Mikhaili Azul.
Neil Harmon's come on for the big Papua New Guinean. Mikhaili Azul took 1 or 2 big hits in that last passage of play when Rovers had the ball in hand. Webster! Oh! Half a gap opened up for James Webster there. They're still offside as Rovers move the ball across the line. Hasty. Well, he had Morton, but Morton was just really steady. He had no momentum in his play, and Hasty decided to try and dart through the little gap. Oh, that's an awful ball. Luckily, Webster gathers it in, and that's gone backwards, but it's absolutely shocking play by the Robins. It's a wasted tackle. Here's Webster now. It's a lofted kick, but that's going to be easy. Oh! Well, he made a right pig's ear of it. Oh, and he's give Rovers offside. Absolutely unbelievable refereeing decision there. Rovers should have been getting the ball returned from a dropout, but the referee judging that Byron Ford was offside, and Batley once again have the possession. Here come Batley once again with Rodden. That was a good ball, but what a great tackle by Jason Neverton. He's been absolutely fantastic in defence so far, Neverton. Obviously not played a great deal of rugby league in the last few months. He had a bit of a hernia problem and there's an offload there. The ball's bobbing about all over the place and it's the fifth and last against Batley. They lost ground, the kick's going to come in this time. It's a little dink over. And it's gathered in by the Bulldogs and it kicks forward once again, but that's gone too far. Rovers are really struggling in this game to get any pattern going. Leroy Rivette joining in from full-back. He's certainly looked for work today, Leroy Rivette, but he's found this Batley defence tough to break down, as have the forwards of the Hull Kingston Rovers. See if Neil Harmon can manage to break any tackles. That's a good ball from Neverton. They're moving the ball now. Poucher's looking to break free. And it's a forward pass against the Robins. Well, it's just not happening today for the Robins so far. The scrum's going to go down just inside the half of the Batley Bulldogs. Barry Eaton feeds the scrum, brings in the left winger Adrian Flynn. Flynn's lost that ball, but the referee judges that the ball went backwards from the Batley player. I think Rovers certainly missing the go forward of Michael Smith, the Kiwi international today. As Martin McLaughlin trundles the ball up. Certainly looking for work of these Batley Bulldogs forwards. That's Joe Berry, he plays the ball. Roden with a kick. It's turned Rovers round once again. Byron Ford gathers it in. Byron Ford looking to skip away, but Roden had followed his own kick. And once again Roden with the tackle. Not seen much of this man today so far, Andy Riley, but not square at the play of the ball. So another penalty for the Robins. Webster's not wasting any time, he puts that one into touch. And Rovers will restart the game just inside the half of the Batley Bulldogs, who were a mile offside still. The referee's got to get a grip of this offside. Andy Ellis with Hasty now. Webster short ball to Neverton. Forward pass against James Webster. Well, I've lost count of the times Rovers have coughed up possession in only the opening 3 tackles of any set. Their uncompleted set rate must be absolutely awful at the moment. Nick Pinkney just doing a bit of water carrying duties there. Hopefully he's getting a couple of messages onto the park from Harvey Howard, because we played half an hour here at Craven Park and Rovers have just not got a foothold in this game whatsoever. Still, it's only 1-0 on as far as the scoreboard's concerned. And we all know that if Rovers do suddenly burst into life, they're capable of rattling up points. The longer this game goes on, the more the confidence of the Batley Bulldogs will grow.
Substitution for Batley Bulldogs, number 12, David Rowe, replaces number 10, Joe Berry.
Eaton brings in Rodden. He feeds Matt Pennington, but Pennington slipped under pressure from Craig Poucher. And again, it's a kick. Well, luckily for Rovers, that went backwards. And Leroy Rivette brings in Byron Ford, and Byron Ford skips inside. It's a good run by Byron Ford. Hopefully that'll give the Robins a lift. Ali McLaren, but he slipped as he went into the tackle. It's tricky conditions underfoot for these players, but it's the same for both sides. Andy Riley just manages to drag himself over the halfway line. Webster now, Webster. Oh, that's got to be a spear tackle. I think it was Chris Laves. Luckily Webster's not hurt. He wasn't very happy about the tackle, but he's back on his feet and he's going to put this one into touch. Rovers now 20 metres out from this Bulldogs line. They really need something to the Robins now. First of all, they need to complete the set. That'd be a start, but hopefully they'll get over this Batley Bulldogs try line. It's with Hasty. Hasty spins the ball out to Morton, but Morton's well watched. Andy Ellis brings in Jamie Boville. Boville going for the line. Oh, he's knocked on. So that's another uncompleted set. And well, this is what's absolutely crucifying Rovers at the moment. They're not managing to keep hold of the ball, and without the ball you can't put pressure on the opponent's line. You can't score points. It's a simple game, is rugby league. You can't win the game if you haven't got possession, and Rovers are just handing possession over on a plate to the Batley Bulldogs, and they're just saying thank you very much. They're managing to complete their sets, and then they're pouring in kicks which are turning the Robins round. They've certainly come here with a well thought out game plan of the Bulldogs, and so far with a lead of 4 points to nil, it's working a treat as far as Batley's concerned. And again, it's an early kick, this time by Mark Toohey. It doesn't matter which player the ball seems to go to, they always manage to get this kick in early in the tackle count. And well, it's certainly they just want to play the game in Rovers' half. You can't knock them for that tactic. Rovers really need to up the game here. There's Neil Harmon, well watched and driven back by 3 Batley Bulldog players. With Jamie Boville now. Boville crosses the halfway line. Quick play the ball. That's good play by Jamie Boville. Ellis sets off. But once again, it's the 5th and last against the Robins already. It's with Webster. Webster's a chance now. There's a man over. Leroy Rivette. Oh. Well, he was running out of space, was Leroy Rivette. He tried to put boot to ball and miskicked it, and it went about 2 metres, and the Bulldogs simply dropped on that ball about 5 minutes before the half-time ulter. His live sets off, he's gone straight through a gap. Well, that's absolutely abysmal defence by the Robins. Chris Live simply gathered the ball from the play the ball and ran straight through, and look at the ground the Batley Bulldogs are making. Oh, and luckily for the Robins, it's a knock-on against David Roke, as the Robins were under real pressure there. And, well, I think the paint's going to be peeling from the walls during Harvey Howard's half-time team talk, because Rovers have just not been at the races at all in this first 40 minutes. Luckily, the game of rugby league is all about the 80 minutes, so we do have a chance to put things right, but it's been disappointing so far as the Robins are concerned. But you have to give some credit to this Batley Bulldogs side. They've played extremely well. Ellis brings in Jamie Boville. None of the Rovers forwards have made any ground today against this robust, physical Batley team. This is why I think we need to start getting the ball out a bit wider, because I think we have got the pace on Batley, but they're really toughing it out in the middle of the park. That's a good kick though, it turns Simpson round. He has to run the ball out, but Rovers managed to meet him and bring him down just outside the 20-metre mark. Adrian Flynn, veteran Adrian Flynn now, played for many, many teams. He's been at Keighley, he's been at Castleford as Adrian Flynn, Hunslet. Oh, that was a high one. no advantage to Batley, so the referee pulls up the high tackle. I think it was Craig Poucher for the Robins, and Batley Bulldogs will say thank you very much. We'll take that. We'll just kick it deep as we can, and then have a set of 6 in the half of the red and whites. Here come Batley now in the shape of Paul Harrison. Harrison's brought down. He plays the ball, then move it to the right. David Roke runs at the Robins defence, but Gareth Morton, he's been solid in defence also. He was assisted by Andrew Riley. Switch by Batley Bulldogs. They had 2-on-2 for a moment, but the Rovers cover shuffled across and Hasty spun the Bulldogs player to the ground. They're moving it now. It's Rodden. Rodden, there's a chance now. Well wrapped up there by Poucher, and Webster assisting. Rodden, little kick through. There's a chance there, but Byron Ford in fact he had to gather it in. He wasn't too sure whether or not it was going to cross the dead ball line. I think Rovers will just be glad to see the dressing rooms at half time now, because they've had nothing in this first half. So there, so like a minor injury there to looks like Jamie Beauville, or is it just a change of footwear? Difficult to assess at the moment. He's got his back to us. In fact, it may well have been Neil Harmon actually. The numbers on the backs are starting to disappear now in the rain-sodden shirts. Oh, good tackle there. Oh, and that's come loose. Yeah, certainly a knock-on. It was a great hit. I think it was, yeah, Neverton once again. He's been fantastic in defence as Neverton today. He's really put himself about. Hopefully he'll have the stamina to see through the full 80, because he's been absolutely fantastic in defence so far as Jason Neverton. Now is the time for Rovers to get downfield and score a try. Not with this fussy referee, he wants the ball to go in again. But Rovers certainly have the strike players. It's with Poucher. Poucher, he breaks through a tackle, eventually brought to ground. Ellis now goes to the short side. Leroy Rivette makes the halfway line. Rovers need to move the ball through the hands. They need to bring in these 3 quarters. They need to bring in these wingers. Hasty misses the man out. Webster brings in Morton. Morton, well, he was looking for the inside offload, but well wrapped up by Batley. Number 3, Matt Pennington. Webster now, where it's a bit congested. Bourville took that from a standing start. It's the 5th and last against the Robins. Webster's got the ball, and they're going electing for the lofted kick. Play on, says the referee. And there goes the half-time ultra. It's been disappointing first 40 minutes here at Craven Park, and the half-time score is Hull Kingston Rovers 0, the Batley Bulldogs 4. Welcome back to the second half here at Craven Park. The half-time score, Hull Kingston Rovers 0, the Batley Bulldogs 4, and I think there'll be 1 or 2 harsh words ringing in the ears of this Hull Kingston Rovers side after a poor first half performance, but here's the second 40 minutes, a chance to put it right. And here's the man who can lead Rovers to do that, that's James Webster. This Batley Bulldogs, they're going to be a tough nut to crack. They certainly look confident. Rovers just need to stick to the game plan. Andy Riley, oh, that's good ground there by Andrew Riley. quick play the ball, that's what they need. Gareth Morton. Morton brought down just before the halfway line. Ellis is the acting half, he spins the ball to Webster. Webster lofts the kick, it's turned the fullback and the winger around, and it's a good chase by the Robins. Oh, and there's that man Webster leading by example. Real chance now for Rovers to exert some pressure on this Batley Bulldogs defence on the attacking line. Really need Batley to come up with an error. The longer this game stays at 4-0, the more confident Batley will become. And, well, they're looking to break the tackles. Referee bringing Rovers back a good 10, but good solid 8 once again. It's a 5th and last against Batley. Rovers are back with the referee, so there's no chance of an offside. Kick comes in. It's going to be Byron Ford. Byron Ford gathers it and sets off. Oh, that was a high one. Matt Toohey. Gareth Morton's wasting no time. He's going to look to punt this one into touch. He does so. So Rovers now will get the first attacking chance of this second half. Hasty brings in, it's Neil Harmon. Harmon plays the ball. Ellis moves it about across to Webster. Webster running diagonally. Poucher spins in the tackle. Played the ball again through the Robins. Here's Jamie Boville. Boville, good run. Oh, he tried to offload. It should be play on. Yeah, it's play on for the Robins. Went back. In fact, it's been given all on. It's White. Penalty to the Robins. I think they should take the 2 here. My own personal feeling is that they should take the 2. James Webster says no, we're going to go on the attack. Well, I think when you make a decision like that, you have to score the try to justify that decision. So hopefully that's just what the Robins will be able to do. Here's the magic man. Oh, Webster's going for the line. Desperate tackle brings him down. Ellis. Oh, it's gone loose. It should be back to 1. Oh, there's a chance now. Yes! Andy Ellis scores for the Robins. Well, got great vision by the little Rovers hooker. The ball was played, he spotted that the winger was out of position, and he just simply scooted round the outside of the Batley Bulldogs defence, and Rovers are in for their opening try of the game, and the scores are level, and that's just the start. The coach Harvey Howard will have been demanding from these players. It's going to be Gareth Morton to attempt this conversion for the Robins. Typical rugby union style stance. Oh, what a fantastic kick by Gareth Morton. Fantastic kick, and the Robins hit the lead here at Craven Park for the first time in this game.
And also the Robins Rovers number 13, Gareth Morton.
So let's see what Batley are made of now. They've had it all their own way during the course of this game, but the Rovers have come out and taken the lead. Could have been a flop there against Batley, but the referee judges that play should go on. Oof, round the head once again by Batley, but the referee's letting a lot go out there. Ellis moves the ball inside. Oh, good solid run there by the Robins. We need a quick play of the ball. Jamie Boville looking for the penalty. Webster kicks it deep. That needs to stop. Oh, unfortunately for the Robins, it's just skipped too far, but they'll form the defensive line. They need to put some solid hits in now. Really show this Batley Bulldogs side who's the boss. We're the team that's going to be up there challenging for this title. Switch play by the Bulldogs. The play was switched there by Chris Larves. Larves has gone straight one-for-one swap with Darren Robinson, who was injured in the opening 5 minutes.
Number 14, Tim Spears.
And that was a great hit there. Neil Rodden offloads, there's a chance now. Oh, he's gone through the middle. It's Simpson, he's got pace. Oh, he's still going. Webster needs to bring him down. Let's play on. Oh, and we've got it. But there was real danger there for the Robins. Luckily, the ball couldn't be taken in by Batley, and Rovers dropped onto the ball, and well, it was a real scare for the Robins. Byron Ford scoots round the outside. Oh, it's half a break by Byron Ford. It's a good run by Ford. He made about 15 metres. At one moment it looked as though he was going to have a chance to scoot down the left-hand touchline, but the door was closed on him. Webster now kicks it. Could be a 40-20. It needs to bounce. It needs to bounce. Oh, he's just managed to keep it in as Adrian Flynn. But that's good defence by Andrew Riley following up the kick from Webster. Manson was in there for the Robins as well. And Andy Riley once again roughing up these Batley players in the tackle. The ball's in the hands of David Rourke. David Rourke's brought to ground. Batley now. Oh, what a tackle! What a tackle, Andy Ellis, but I think he's hurt himself. Oh, it looks as though it's a bad knock for Andy Ellis. Hopefully he's just winded himself. But it was an absolutely copybook tackle and really knocked the sails out of the Batley player, but at the same time he knocked the sails out of himself. Paul Fletcher's going to be entering the fray as far as the Robins are concerned. Fletcher, it gives the crowd a lift when Fletcher comes on. Been a fantastic servant to Hull Kingston Rovers. Neil Harmon's coming off for Fletcher. Be interesting to see if it's a reoccurrence of his hamstring problems that he's had, or whether he's just taking a breather. But how's the referee going to start this game now? Because it certainly looked as though Batley had lost the ball. Well, I thought Batley lost the ball in the tackle. It's with Rodden. Oh, and Andy Ellis, that shows the guts of the little guy. First man into the tackle after an injury. Barry Eaton kicks it deep, but the Rovers players are already back. And here's the Triffield Express. Ali McLaren.
Substitution for
being dragged back by the Batley players.
Fletcher replaces number 17, Neil Harmon.
Oh, there was all offside a mile there. Hasty tries to jink. Get him onside, referee. Jamie Beauville certainly got through a fair amount of work as Jamie Beauville is. Fletcher. Don't know all about this guy. The Batley players played him several times over the years. There's Webster now. Little dink over. It's dissected the winger and fullback once again. It's perfect. Oh, well, just one bounce too many. But he's really kicked the ball well as Webster today's asked questions and caused problems of this Batley defence every time he's put boot to ball as the little Australian. Martin McLaughlin on the burst for Batley. Well met by Gareth Morton. And again Morton's, and that's gone loose! Knock on! Fantastic defence from the Robins there. Big solid three-man tackle, and the ball went spinning loose from the Batley player. Batley are going to be bringing on the big number 11 second row man Ian Marsh. From the scrum, Leroy Rivette's wrapped up by Shad Royston. Rovers just need... Oh, it's a knock-on. Well, a player of Leroy Rivette's experience should know better than that. And, well, far too often we've just basically handed possession over on a plate to Batley. I think when Coach Harvey Howard goes through the tape, goes through the DVD, he's going to be very concerned about the completion rate. Well, referees pinging us for nearly everything now, isn't he? Saying that it was offside, even though the ball was out the scrum. It's a chance now for Batley to exert some pressure.
Substitution for Batley, number 11, Ian Marsh, replaces number 12, David Rourke.
David Rourke's the man who's made way for Marsh, and here is Ian Marsh. He's brought to ground. Webster's doing his usual solid defensive stint. Only a little man, but good in defence. Forward pass against the Bulldogs, and that's exactly what the Rovers needed. It's going to be Phil Hasty to feed this scrum, only 20 metres out from his own try line. Well, if we was offside from the last scrum, surely they was offside from that scrum. You've got to be consistent, referee. You've got to make the same decision for both sides, and you're just not doing so. Anyhow, play goes on. Rovers do have possession of the ball. Oh, that's dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. Fletcher offloads to Morton, and Morton skips away from the Batley defence, but Rovers losing ground in that tackle. Leroy Rivetti ducks, tries to go under the tackle, but I think Rovers are going to have to put boots of ball here. They do so in the shape of Phil Hasty, but perfectly positioned was Mark Simpson. Oh, that's good tackling. Andy Ellis. Don't think he's missed a tackle all game, and Ellis has been fantastic. It's Rovers still with his slender 2-point advantage. Oh, that's good challenge. It's got to be a knock-on. It's got to be a knock-on. Oh, referee. Ian Marsh spreads it out. It was one-on-one, but Webster had moved across in the sliding defence, and it's Webster putting pressure on the kicker. Oh, that's good pressure. Excellent pressure by Hull Kingston Rovers. Well, I think the main credit there has got to go to James Webster. Hasty sells a dummy, sets off. Oh, great play by Phil Hasty. Penalty, referee. Oh, referee, come on. They're offside a mile now. Well, they could have had Batley for 3 different infringements there. Decided on the third one. Well, I'd better blow him a whistle.
Substitution for Hull Kingston Rovers. Number 8, Natalia Zoo returns to number 12, Jason Netherton.
Well, Jason Netherton's taken a well-earned breather. He's been absolutely fantastic in defence as Rovers now. Well, as sells a dummy as Hasty. He's skipping, he's jinking. Brought down underneath the shadow of the Batley Bulldogs posts. Ellis brings in Fletcher. Fletcher looking to offload. He does so to Ellis. Ellis brought down. Real chance now for the Robins. Azu, he feeds Webster. Webster misses the man out. He's got Paul Manson. Manson! Yes! Paul Manson scores for the Robins. Second try of the game to Hull Kingston Rovers, and it's that man with a chin side step. Paul Manson showed good strength to dive over the line and extend this Hull Kingston Rovers lead. Hull Kingston Rovers 10, Batley 4.
Paul Manson.
Just what the Robins needed, and I think you've got to look back to the Oldham set of 6 where James Webster put pressure on the kicker, he then put pressure on the receiver, Fletcher came in, the ball went to ground, Rovers regained possession and they moved downfield, and Manson goes in on the right hand side. It's going to be Gareth Morton, left-footed kicker. Another difficult conversion attempt for Morton. Oh, that one's just drifted wide, but Rovers with his 6-point advantage now. It's Hull Kingston Rovers 10, Batley Bulldogs 4. Rovers get the next try, then the 2 points should be safely in the bag. I think Batley have thrown everything they could at Rovers. I think Rovers certainly starting to look the fitter side, looking the stronger side, but Batley won't give in. It's only a 6-point advantage at the moment. That's only a try and a goal. There's the big man Makaliazu, took that one in a standing position. Ellis feeds Andrew Riley, and Andy Riley spins away, manages to break the tackle. He's still going, is Andy Riley. Fantastic rugby league football. Quick play the ball. That's offside, ref! Rovers in the shape of Morton. It's a little dink over, gathered in by Jamie Stokes, and good solid defence by the Robins. Jamie Boville with a crunching tackle. Oh, that was a little bit high by Makaliazu, but it was just underneath the chin. So the referee lets that one go. Looking to milk the penalty of Batley, but it's now Batley who are struggling to make the yards. It's the Rovers defence that are starting to get on top now. Oh, he's got to drag him into touch. Oh, unlucky. Plays the ball, there's Adrian Flynn. It's Shad Royston, but Batley only 9 metres inside the Rovers half. Barry Eaton, well, number 6 is a mile offside. He's got to call him offside. Oh, Leroy Rivette manages to wriggle free. Good play by the Rovers fullback.
Substitution for Batley Bulldogs, number 10, Joe Berry, returns for number 17, Martin McLaughlin.
Ali McLaren took that one at first receiver. It's now the hands of Craig Coucher, but Coucher's dragged across the turf. Makaliazu, but once again he's in that standing start position. We need Makali on the base, we need him charging onto this ball. Andy Ellis feeds Phil Hasty. Hasty puts the kick in. Needs, well, another bounce. It would have been a good kick, but fullback Simpson had read it, but certainly the legs look to have gone out of this Batley side now. The spring's not in the step anymore. I think they're sensing that the Robins are starting to get on top in this game. Oh, that's a great tackle. Fantastic defence. One up top, one down below. It's a knock on against Batley. Fantastic defence by Hull Kingston Rovers.
Returns for number 15, Paul Harrison.
Rovers starting to turn the screw now on this Batley team. Good solid hit by Jamie Boville. Here comes Webster from the scrum. He brings in Leroy Rivette. Rivette with space to run into. Oh, he almost got away from the fullback Simpson. He's going to play this ball. They need to move it across the line now. It's in the short ball to Riley. Riley's got 4 men on top of him. He's going to play this ball. Ellis feeds Fletcher. Oh, he had Makaliazu charging up his inside. Just couldn't release the ball. Here come the Robins once again. Inside ball from Webster to Hasty, but well watched by the Batley defence. Here's Webster once again. Brings in Manson going for the line. Oh, he's a metre short, is Manson. Oh, they need to well, it's a drop goal. Well, I don't think anybody was expecting that. But well, intelligent play in the end. Just the last tackle, and what it does do, it means Batley have to score 2 tries now to get
The
back in
goal
front.
scored for Rovers, sponsored by L&B Builders, number 7, Phil Hasty.
Phil Hasty, good play by Phil Hasty, good intelligent rugby league. He realised Rovers had lost the momentum in that attack, so he just simply popped over the 1-pointer, and Rovers have a 7-point lead, which could be decisive in this game, you never know, but I do feel that Rovers are coming on strong now. Andy Ellis feeds Webster. Rovers looking to spread this ball out now. I think they're sensing that the hard work's been done. They've took the sting out of this Batley pack, and if they get the ball out wide now, the gaps should be opening up for them. Webster once again turns them round. Oh, that's poor defence by Byron Ford. Should have nailed him there. Here comes Shad Royston, but Fletcher and Hasty in there completing the tackle for the Robins. Oh, McCarley Azul! Let's play on! McCarley Azul was going for one of his big haymaker tackles there. I think the Batley player saw him out the corner of his eye and didn't fancy it one bit. There's Gareth Morton, got his legs pumping. Oh, that's good strength from Gareth Morton. Rovers are in the danger zone now. It's with Ellis. He feeds McCarley Azul, he shimmies, takes a 3-man Batley Bulldogs tackle. But Rovers asking all the questions now. It's with Webster. Webster, what's he going to do? He brings in, I think it's Beauville. Beauville's going for that line. Desperate defence by Batley Bulldogs, bringing back Andy Ellis. Webster, it's a crossfield kick. Chance now. Ford pats it back inside. Manson. Oh! Manson managed to just pat the ball into the air. If it could have just dropped for him, he would have just spun over and gone over the line. But it's going to be a knock-on. And the scrum down will be formed. It'll be the head and feed in favour of Batley Bulldogs. Be interesting to see if Barry Eaton can last a full 80 minutes.
This afternoon's attendance at Craven Park is 2,084, 2084. Thank you all very much for your attendance and support at Craven Park this afternoon.
Just over 2,000 fans here at Craven Park. McCarley's looking for that perfect tackle in. You know, he took them couple of knocks in the face. Oh, there's a break there. It was good play by Dane Morgan, the prop forward for Batley. They're still in this game at only 7 points down, 11 points to 4. But Rovers just need to complete the sets and then put some good solid defence in on the Batley side. And my clock, there's about 15 minutes remaining here at Craven Park. So half a gap opens up. Oh, good cover defence, Andy Ellis. He's got to be a contender for man of the match, as little Andy Ellis today. He's been absolutely everywhere. And of course he got the try which dragged the Robins back into this game as Byron Ford sets off. Byron Ford plays the ball. Considering the rain, the pitch has not caught up too badly. I suppose we are now into May, June time, so the pitch should be staying quite firm. Rovers have got the top of the ground performers when they're all fit, the men such as John Steele and Kane Party, who have pace to burn. Kane Party give Castleford an absolutely torrid time down at the Jungle, scored a hat-trick of tries. Kick comes in, there's a double substitution by the Robins. Andy Ellis and Jamie Beauville take a breather. And Mark Blanchard's on wearing 14 for the Robins. I think David Tangatoto has also rejoined the game. So fresh legs on Coach Harvey Howard, just deciding that Rovers are getting on top and just to freshen things up, keep the momentum going. It's with Roden, they're spinning the ball out now, they're playing catch-up rugby. Oh, and he skips round the outside. There's a real chance now. Kick comes in. Rovers have got the cover. There is back the chasers, but Phil Hasty.
Substitutions from Holkis Rovers. Number 10, David Sangatatua. And number 14, Mark Blanchard replaces number 9,
Oh, he's lost it.
And number 15, Jamie Butler.
Oh, we're in real danger now of conceding. Gareth Morton has lost that ball on the first tackle. And Rovers have really got to muscle up in defence now. Can't afford to concede a try to this Batley side, because Batley will be coming straight back at them if they do so. And now it's a penalty. Ball stealing, more than one in the tackle. Interesting decision for Batley here. I think they'll probably go for the 2, reduce the arrears to only 5 points. Yeah, I think that's the sensible option as far as Batley are concerned. But well, Rovers could easily have conceded a try then.
The goal scorer for the Batley Bulldogs, number 7, Barry Eaton.
Gareth Morton restarts the game. It's a lofted kick. The Bulldogs are underneath it, so it's 11 points to 6. That's successful conversion by Barry Eaton. Lives spreads the ball from the dummy half. He's going to be doing so again here. Rovers need to muscle up. They really need another try now to kill this game off, put it to bed, get the 2 points. Obviously Castleford or Whitehaven, one of them 2 teams has to drop points today. Could be a draw, they could both drop points, you never know. But Batley are looking to spread the ball out to that right wing. Rovers are anticipating the early kick, both wingers are back. Full-back's back in position also. That's straight down the throat of Leroy Rivette. He's got time, he's got space. Well met by Chad Royston, the left centre for Batley. Byron Ford skips, takes the ball just in front of the halfway line. Here's Paul Fletcher. Fletcher makes about 7-8 metres. Rovers just need to play out the set of 6 and then put in a good kick, play the game in this Batley half. Webster brings in Manson. Oh, that's high! Oh, come on, referee! Referee signalling that was a shoulder. Well, it looks a set. Unless your shoulder's in your mush, I don't know about that. It's a little lofted kick by Gareth Morton. It's bounced back. It's with Phil Hasty. Hasty didn't give it out wide. Chance now! Give it! It's a try! It's a try for Blanchard! Well, I thought he took the wrong option, but he had the strength to get over the line. And Matt Blanchard should have wrapped this one up for the Robins. The ball should have gone to the winger, and I think if Blanchard hadn't have scored, he would have got roasted from his teammates.
Number 14, Mark Blanchard.
But that should be the clincher as far as the Robins are concerned. There was a little lofted kick came in from Gareth Morton. There was hesitation in the Batley Bulldogs defence. The Rovers players reacted quickest, and Blanchard had the strength to get over the line. There's a committee meeting going on the halfway line. James Webster's really laying the low down to his teammates there. I don't think too many of them can be happy with the performance today, but it's all about the 2 points at the end of the day. It's Gareth Morton now with a chance to tag on the extra 2. And once again he's drifted it to the right hand side of the upright. But Rovers lead now by 15 points to 6.
Substitutions for Hawkinston Rovers. Number 17, Neil Harmon returns for number 16, Paul Fletcher.
Neil Harmon's come on for the closing minutes of this game. He's replaced Paul Fletcher. Barry Eaton with a short rugby union style kick-off. Play on, says the referee.
Number 12, David Rourke.
Straight away, Batley with a chance to hit straight back. That one's gone loose. Forward pass, says the referee. So the pressure's averted. Relief for the Robins. I think Coach Harvey Howard needs to practice these short kick-offs against us in training, because for the last 2 or 3 seasons we've struggled on these short kick-offs. When we played Hull FC in the pre-season friendly, they kicked off, did one of them, and scored on the first set of 6. So I think teams are getting wise to it. They know that we struggle. Tanga to Toa, that's a good hit there by Ian Marsh. David Tanga to Toa. Swinging arm from the Batley player. Absolutely no need for it. It's not been that sort of game. I think it's lucky that it didn't connect with the Rovers player's edge. It certainly knocked the wind out of him. But yeah, it looks like it's Neil Harmon. Frustration on the part of Batley Bulldogs. It's been a clean game, and that was totally out of character for this game. But nothing seems to happen. I mean, if that had connected with Harmon's head, his head would have been rolling down Preston Road by now. Play goes on. Webster puts that one into touch. Noticeable, there's Macaliazo. Sintellis left the field. Webster's gone to the hooking role. Manson's gone to standoff. Blanchard's gone into the centres to fill the hole where Manson was playing. Andy Riley, the referee's shouting held. We can hear it from here. Should have been a penalty. Webster brings in Beauville. There's some tired players out there now. It's rained from minute 1. Not the conditions that rugby league players really enjoy. They enjoy these dry conditions. Manson spreads the ball. I think that's what we've been missing in this game. Manson, although he does a job in the centres, is certainly more effective in the standoff role. It's a 5th and last against the Robins. They're underneath the sticks. Oh, was that a little fumble? Referee says no. In fact, he decides it was a knock-on now, on the advice of the touch judge. So Barry Eaton plays the ball for Batley. In the final minutes here at Craven Park, it's been an unconvincing performance by the Robins, but at the end of the day, a win's a win.
Substitution for Hawkinston Rovers, number 16.
Oh, big hit, Macaliazo. That one's gone loose.
Neil Harmon.
Macaliazo's looking to steal that one-on-one off Barry Eaton. Barry Eaton's a wily old campaigner. He hung on to that ball, and good tackle by Gareth Morton. I think early indications are that this Gareth Morton's going to be a good signing for the Robins. I know they're already looking beyond the month to try and keep Gareth Morton here at Craven Park. Kick comes in. Oh, it's bounced away from Ali McLaren, and that's gone loose. And Ali McLaren, at least he manages to get the tackle in. But that's loose play once again by the Robins, and there's a lot for Harvey Howard to work on in training in the next 7 days. It's a good offload there by Dane Logan, who's been one of the best players for the Batley Bulldogs as the big number 8. Here he is again. Oh, well, Mikhaili Azul caught him high.
Substitutions for Batley Bulldogs.
I think Rovers are fortunate not to be penalised there.
Number 15, Paul Harrison. Returns for number 3, Matt
Manson sells a dummy, drops his shoulder, but managed to bring him down on the halfway line. Tanga Totoa, fresh legs, still pumping. Oh, that's good ground made there by David Tanga Totoa. Webster brings in Morton. Morton shimmies, runs at the heart of the Bulldogs defence. Rovers looking for a try to finish this game off. Hasty shows the ball, but well watched by the Bulldogs defence. Rovers only about 15 metres out. Webster skips away, still going. Oh, good play by the skipper. Oh, knock on. Well, that just about sums up the performance today. I think we'll all go home. We'll be grateful that we've got the 2 points, but not too happy with the performance. And I don't think I'm being too critical here. But suppose you get bad days at the office, and we'll just have to put this down as one of them. It's going to be interesting, the man of the match decision. My own personal view is that it'll either go to James Webster or Andy Ellis. Oh! Phil Hasty only a centimetre away from an interception.
Today's man of the match, chosen by the executive match sponsor Cromwell Tools. Chosen number 7, Phil Hasty.
Well, it just proves what I know, because Phil Hasty's got the man of the match award. Well done, Phil Hasty. I think that's 2 weeks running Hasty's been given the man of the match award. Certainly a fan's favourite here at Craven Park. From the scrum, Batley Bulldogs in possession. Morgan again looking to offload. Yeah, I think there was a little bit of a facial there from Andrew Riley. Roden punts the ball into touch. Takes the play 10 metres inside the half of the Robins. Chris Labs taps it. The referee I think he's available about 6 out of 10 today, and it's been fussy. We'll describe it as fussy and leave it at that. Short ball by Labs, brings in Tui offloads. Credit to Batley, they're going for the full 80, they're still looking to get back in this game. Eaton, it's an offload, it's gone loose, chance for Rovers. It's Craig Poucher in possession. Yeah, it was Poucher. Gareth Morton now. Well, he had Hasty sprinting up on his inside. Couldn't get the offload away. Mikhaili Azul brought down. 17, Martin McLaughlin. Webster goes to the short side. Blanchard. Well, that was unlucky. There was just a foot in touch by Byron Ford.
Number 12, Jason Netherton. Returns for number 11, Andy Rowley.
Neverton's back on for Rowley. I think Neverton must have been a contender for man of the match for his defensive performance in the first half when Rovers weren't playing at all well. But fared better in the second half. Scored 3 tries to clinch the win. Neverton just needs the game time. Plenty of Rovers players not in the starting lineup today, the likes of Michael Smith, Paul Parker, Kana Party, Paul Pickering, James Garmston. So there's strength in depth here at Craven Park. It's a little dink over. Ali McLaren, well covered by the Driffield Rugby Union star. Second game back for the Robins this season. Another fan's favourite, always popular with the fans, Alistair McLaren. always gives 100%. Here's Neverson. Neverson takes the 3-man tackle. Webster's directing operations, brings in Jamie Beauville. Beauville brought down just on the halfway line. I think both sets of players just going through the motions now. Can only be seconds remaining here at Craven Park. There's the final hooter. Well, it's not been the best of performances by Hull Kingston Rovers, but at the end of the day, it's all about winning the game and getting the 2 points.
LHF National Health Round match. Batley Bulldogs 6, Hull Kingston Rovers 15.
So Hull Kingston Rovers come away with the 2 points, consolidating their position in third place in National League 1. So until the next time, I've been Rob Chadwick.
Community partner today were Hull College. If you're deciding what you want to do with your life, thinking about returning to work, aiming for a new job or promotion, or just fancy trying something new, when it comes to making decisions about your future, skills and qualifications count. So for more information, you can see representatives from Hull College in the Harry Pilbar suite today, where they have information and lots of games.